The stars stretched endlessly above the bridge of the Titan-class warship Defiant. Commander Auric Vale stood silently, his hands resting lightly on the polished console, feeling the deep hum of humanity's might beneath him. The vastness of space was beautiful, but tonight it carried a weight no one had felt before. Humanity had built a fleet strong enough to rival any known species, yet the first true test of that strength loomed ahead. Reports from the outer systems had sparked quiet panic across the Council. An unknown alien race had appeared near the borders of human-controlled space, attacking a small neutral colony without warning. Their technology was unlike anything the Council had ever studied, shapes and movements impossible to predict, energy signatures faster than any human weapon system. Even the most confident diplomats whispered about the danger. Humanity had waited too long to meet the galaxy, and now the galaxy had arrived first. Auric's eyes scanned the bridge, taking in his crew. Each face reflected the same tension he felt. Young and old, trained for combat, yet faced with the unknown. Lieutenant Mira Solis approached him quietly, her steps echoing softly across the metallic floor. "Commander," she said, her voice almost a whisper, "the Council is watching us. Every decision we make is being recorded. If this encounter fails..." Her words hung in the air. Auric placed a hand on her shoulder. "I know, Mira, but fear is a weapon the aliens can never use against us. We have preparation, we have strategy, and most importantly, we have courage. That is enough for now." The Defiant moved through the void, engines humming with controlled power. Its hull gleamed under the distant starlight, massive and elegant, a monument to Earth's ambition. Quantum railguns rested silently along its frame, ready to strike, while energy shields flickered faintly with a blue glow. Every crew member was aware. This ship was more than metal and circuitry. It was a symbol, humanity's warning to the stars. Then, without warning, the sensors flickered. A series of anomalies lit up across the screens. Auric leaned forward, heart pounding. "Contact. Alien fleet. Range 5 million kilometers." A hush fell over the bridge. The aliens were closer than anyone had expected. Their ships floated in formation, organic yet mechanical, glowing with a haunting blue light. Even the most experienced crew members felt a shiver run down their spines. The Council had warned humanity never to underestimate a species they could not understand. But seeing them now, even trained soldiers were silent in awe and fear. Auric activated the communication console. "Open a channel. Let's see if they are willing to speak." The air filled with static, then harmonic clicks and tones. Lieutenant Solis frowned. "Translation is incomplete, sir. But their tone, it is commanding. They know we are here. They are aware of the Defiant." Auric's jaw tightened. Humanity had not fired a shot, yet the aliens already studied them. This first moment, this fleeting encounter, could define the future of Earth among the stars. Mira glanced at him, voice trembling slightly. "Sir, their energy patterns. These ships are not here to negotiate. They are prepared for battle." Auric exhaled slowly, his eyes narrowing. "Then we prepare as well. But we do more than fight. We show them who humanity truly is. Not with fear, not with hesitation, but with strength, courage, and resolve. We stand tall, and we do not flinch." Far away in the Council chambers, leaders trembled as live feeds showed alien vessels approaching the Titan-class warship. Some whispered about retreat, some about preemptive strikes. None could step into the void themselves. The responsibility rested entirely on Commander Auric and his crew. The bridge returned to silence, the hum of the Defiant, the only sound. Outside, the stars seemed to pause, waiting for what humanity would do. In this moment, every human aboard the ship felt the same truth. They were no longer small players in a vast galaxy. They were watchers, fighters, and pioneers. This was the first encounter, the first signal that humanity had arrived among the stars. And somewhere in the Council, fear mingled with awe as they realized they had built more than a ship. They had built a legacy. The alien fleet drifted closer, their strange blue glow filling the sensors of the Defiant. Commander Auric Vale stood firm on the bridge, eyes scanning every readout. But inside, a storm of uncertainty raged. The aliens moved with a precision that no human had ever seen, shifting formations as if they shared one mind. Every instinct in Auric's body screamed caution, but retreat was not an option. Humanity had to face the unknown with courage. Lieutenant Mira Solis tapped a few commands, bringing the alien ship's data onto the main screen. Their energy readings are unstable but highly concentrated, she said, her voice low. They could fire at any moment. And their weapons? I've never seen anything like this. They don't behave like conventional ships, Arik nodded. We can't wait. They will not negotiate. Prepare defensive shields at maximum. Ready the quantum railguns, but hold fire until I give the order. His voice was calm, but every officer felt the tension tightening around them like a vice. A low hum echoed across the hull. The aliens were approaching the Defiant in a way that suggested both caution and confidence. It was almost as if they were testing humanity, probing for weakness. Commander Vale could feel the weight of history pressing down. This was more than a first contact, it was a challenge. The ship shuddered suddenly. Warning lights flashed. "Sir, an energy probe has struck the hull," shouted the weapons officer, panic in his voice. The alien probe pulsed with strange energy, running along the Defiant's outer plating without exploding. It was scanning them, learning them. Every crew member froze, watching the eerie light crawl across their warship. Arik clenched his fists. "Mira, analyze that probe. Tell me everything it's doing." Mira's fingers flew across the console. "It's mapping our shield patterns, our propulsion output, even the quantum railgun charge cycles. They are learning us fast. This is more advanced than anything Earth has faced." The Defiant floated in the void, battered but unbowed. Commander Arik Vale stood on the bridge, heart steady, eyes sharp, aware that every decision now carried the weight of not just the crew, but humanity itself. Outside, the alien fleet circled like a living storm, their eerie blue glow painting the darkness with an unsettling beauty. This was no longer just a fight. It was a test. Lieutenant Mira Solis studied the alien energy patterns on the main screen. "Commander, they are regrouping, but their approach is cautious now. It's almost hesitant. They're analyzing our reactions, learning our strategies." Arik's jaw tightened. "Then we use that. We show them humanity is not only brave but clever. We will not falter. Every move counts." The tension on the bridge was thick yet alive. Every officer, every crew member felt the gravity of the moment. The Defiant was more than a warship. It was a symbol of Earth's determination and resilience. This encounter would define humanity's place in the galaxy. Then sensors flared red. The aliens had launched a concentrated strike, a formation of energy pulses larger than anything the Defiant had faced. Shields groaned under the assault. Sparks and tremors shook the bridge as the ship lurched violently. Shields at 50%. "Commander, they're breaking through!" the tactical officer shouted, panic creeping into his voice. Arik gritted his teeth. "Divert all auxiliary power to forward shields. Brace for impact. Hold your stations, humanity stands, and we do not yield." The crew braced as the alien attack slammed into the Defiant. The hull shivered under the force, lights flickering, panels sparking, yet the ship held. Humanity's finest had trained for impossible odds, and this was no different. Every officer, every soldier, every technician felt the pulse of survival in their veins. Mira's voice was firm despite the chaos. "Commander, I have a counterstrike pattern. If we target their flanks while maintaining shields, we can force them to retreat." Arik nodded, determination burning in his eyes. "Do it. And remember, we fight not just with weapons, but with courage and pride. Humanity does not cower." The Defiant twisted gracefully, firing quantum railguns with precision. Alien ships faltered under the barrage, blue energy flickering and splintering against human technology. For the first time, the aliens hesitated visibly. Commander Vale's heart swelled with pride. Humanity had endured their first real strike and had responded with strategy, intelligence, and heart. The bridge erupted with quiet cheers, though no one let go of their focus. Arik spoke, voice steady and commanding. "This is the moment we show them the spirit of Earth. Humanity is not weak. Humanity is not afraid. Humanity survives." Outside, the alien fleet wavered, their formations breaking slightly. The Defiant pressed the advantage, pushing forward, forcing the aliens to reconsider their attack. Every crew member on the bridge felt the thrill of victory mingled with the fear of the unknown. This was more than battle. It was proof that humans, small and fragile compared to the vastness of space, could still stand tall among the stars. Mira's eyes shone with admiration. "Commander, I think they respect us. They're pulling back slightly. Perhaps they realize we are not just a target. They are facing a species capable of more than they expected. Arik allowed a small, rare smile. Yes, Mira. They are learning what we have always known. Humanity has courage. Humanity has heart. And that is our greatest weapon. The bridge quieted, a tense calm settling after the storm of energy blasts. Outside, the alien ships hovered at a distance, no longer pressing the attack. Humanity had endured the turning point. Humanity had proven that even in the darkest void they could shine. Commander Vale looked at his crew, feeling pride swelling in his chest. They had not just survived. They had shown the galaxy that Earth's people could not be ignored. Every sensor reading, every tactical choice, every pulse of the quantum railguns had sent a single message to the stars. Humanity exists, humanity stands, and humanity will not break. In the silent void beyond the shields, the alien fleet seemed to pause, their eerie glow dimming slightly. Somewhere among them, an intelligence understood the warning. Humanity was not weak. Humanity was proud. Humanity was alive, and the galaxy had begun to take notice. The Defiant drifted in the vastness of space, its hull battered but its spirit unbroken. Commander Arik Vale stood on the bridge, eyes scanning the alien fleet that lingered at a cautious distance. Every officer knew this was the climax of their encounter. The aliens had tested them, attacked them, and now a decision hung in the void. Fight to destroy or recognize the strength before them. Humanity's moment had arrived. Lieutenant Mira Solis studied the alien energy patterns on the main screen. Commander, they are holding formation but seem indecisive. Almost as if they are assessing us, her voice carried awe. Even after countless drills and simulations, the crew was witnessing something no one could have prepared for. Their opponents were intelligent, powerful, and now, possibly respecting the courage of humanity. Arik's hands rested on the console, steady but firm. Mira, signal pattern Delta. Let them see we are not just warriors but sentient beings. Humans fight with courage and heart. They should understand that. The bridge hummed with quiet anticipation. Outside, the stars blinked, indifferent observers to the drama unfolding in the void. The alien fleet pulsed, their eerie blue energy painting the darkness with both threat and curiosity. Every pulse was a question, every moment a test. Then sensors flared. One of the alien ships moved suddenly, breaking from the formation. It sent a pulse toward the Defiant, not a strike, but a signal. Arik leaned forward, heart hammering. Open the translator. Let's hear what they have to say. Clicks, hums, and harmonic tones filled the bridge. The translator worked, rendering the alien language into broken but understandable phrases. Strength, courage, unexpected, stand, worthy. Mira's eyes widened. Commander, they are acknowledging us. They are recognizing our power, our spirit. Arik felt a wave of emotion. Humanity had faced the unknown, fought back, and now the galaxy was beginning to see them as more than just another species. Yes, he said softly. They see the heart of humanity. That is our greatest weapon, not our railguns, not our shields, but our will to stand, our refusal to yield. Suddenly, one of the alien vessels attempted a maneuver, a gesture of respect or understanding. It moved closer but did not attack, mirroring the Defiant's movements almost reverently. The crew held their breath. This was the unthinkable. Enemies acknowledging strength without violence, recognizing courage over fear. Mira's fingers trembled slightly on the console. Commander, they are not retreating, they are waiting, watching, learning. I think they are testing us for something else. Arik allowed himself a small, rare smile. Yes, Mira. Humanity has never hidden its spirit. They will see that in the actions of this crew, in the choices we make, in the way we stand against the impossible. The bridge quieted, a reverent calm replacing the tension of battle. Crew members felt it deeply. This was more than victory, it was acknowledgement. Every tremor of the ship, every pulse of the quantum railguns, every decision made under pressure had sent a message across the void. Humans are resilient. Humans are intelligent, and humans will never yield. Arik looked at his crew, pride swelling in his chest. Each of them had faced fear, doubt, and uncertainty. Yet here they were, standing strong, embodying the best of humanity. The alien fleet pulsed again, a silent acknowledgement as if saying, "We see you. You are worthy." In that moment, the Defiant was not just a warship. It was a symbol, a testament to human courage and will. Somewhere in the galaxy, the unknown had been forced to reckon with Earth's finest, not merely as opponents, but as equals worthy of recognition. Auric exhaled slowly, relief and pride mixing with exhaustion. Humanity had not just survived, they had proven themselves. They had stood firm in the face of the unknown and emerged with dignity, strength, and honor. The stars seemed brighter now, as though reflecting the courage of every human aboard the Defiant. And somewhere in the distance the alien fleet lingered, no longer a threat but witnesses to a species that refused to bow. Humanity had made its mark. Humanity had shown its heart. And in the quiet after the storm, the galaxy would remember this day, the day Earth's Titan-class warship stood fearless before the unknown and made the Council tremble with pride. The void had fallen silent. The alien fleet lingered at a distance, no longer moving aggressively, their eerie blue glow pulsing softly. Commander Auric Vale stood on the bridge of the Defiant, exhaustion tugging at his body but pride swelling in his chest. Humanity had survived the first encounter with a species far more advanced, far more mysterious. And they had not only survived, they had shown the galaxy who they were. Lieutenant Mira Solis stood beside him, eyes fixed on the distant alien vessels. Commander, they are not leaving, but they are not attacking either. It's like they respect us. Her voice trembled with disbelief and awe. Auric nodded slowly, letting the words sink in. Respect. Recognition. These were not victories counted in destroyed ships or successful maneuvers. They were victories of the human spirit. Humanity had endured fear, uncertainty, and the unknown, and had emerged with courage shining like a beacon across the stars. Prepare a communication, Auric ordered. Let's tell them who we are. Not as a threat, but as a species willing to stand and be seen. Mira hesitated, then nodded, fingers flying over the console. A calm, clear message was sent. We are humanity. We come in peace, but we will defend ourselves. We value life and courage. Let us learn from each other. The alien fleet responded with a wave of harmonic tones, translated roughly by the universal system. We see your courage. You are strong. You may continue. The galaxy watches. A hush fell over the bridge. Crew members exchanged glances, some smiling quietly, others with tears glimmering in their eyes. Humanity had made first contact, and they had done so with honor, intelligence, and bravery. Auric's gaze drifted over his crew. Every hand on the bridge had contributed to this moment. Every heart had held courage in the face of fear. This is what humans are, he said softly, almost to himself. We do not bend to terror. We do not flee from the unknown. We stand, even when the odds are impossible, because that is who we are. The ship's hum was steady now, almost like a heartbeat in the vast silence of space. Outside, the alien fleet slowly moved to a safe distance, no longer a threat but watchers in the void. For the first time, Commander Vale allowed himself a deep breath of relief. Humanity had not only survived, they had earned a place in the galaxy's consciousness. Mira leaned closer. Commander, they are leaving, but I think this is just the beginning. They will remember us, Auric smiled faintly. Yes, Mira, and that is enough for now. Humanity has sent its first message not with fear or aggression, but with courage, intelligence, and pride. That message will echo in the stars long after this moment passes. On the bridge, silence reigned, but it was a warm, proud silence. Every crew member knew they had been part of history, that their actions would be remembered not only on Earth but across countless worlds. Humanity had faced the unknown and had stood tall, unbroken, and unafraid. The Council, watching from afar, trembled, not with fear, but with awe. They had feared the unknown, but now they saw what they had created. A species capable of facing the impossible with unwavering spirit. Humanity had arrived, not as victims of the galaxy, but as pioneers, warriors, and ambassadors of courage. Commander Vale looked out at the endless stars, feeling something profound settle in his chest. For all the fear, all the uncertainty humanity had endured, they had proven that even the smallest species, when guided by courage, determination, and unity, could stand against the vastness of space and be respected. The Defiant turned toward home, hull scarred but spirit unbroken, carrying with it not just a crew, but the legacy of a species. Humanity had survived its first true test among the stars. Humanity had stood. And somewhere across the galaxy, the unknown had learned that Earth's people were not to be underestimated. Humanity had arrived. Humanity would be remembered, Humanity would stand. The stars stretched endlessly, but now they seemed different, brighter, alive with the proof of a single truth. The heart of humanity could never be defeated. Arik exhaled slowly, trying to control the rising fear. Then let them learn. We will not run. Humanity does not flee from the unknown. Prepare for evasive maneuvers. Keep shields at maximum and... He paused, meeting the eyes of every crew member on the bridge. Remember who we are. The alien ships circled the Defiant, a silent storm of blue light. Each movement was calculated, graceful, and unnervingly intelligent. For the first time, the crew understood the full scale of the challenge. These were not mere raiders. They were a species with the power to crush planets, and now they were testing the pride of Earth itself. Mira's voice broke the silence. Commander, they are signaling, attempting communication again. Arik activated the universal translator. The clicks and harmonic tones of the alien language filled the bridge. The translation was crude, incomplete, but a single phrase came through clearly. Identify yourselves, or be destroyed. The words struck every heart on the bridge. Humanity had never faced such a direct threat. Arik's hands gripped the console, knuckles white. We are humanity, he said firmly, his voice carrying the weight of the species behind him. We come in peace, but we will defend ourselves. A tense moment of silence followed. The alien ships halted their circling for a fraction of a second. Then the probe pulsed again, faster this time, almost like a heartbeat. The Defiant shuddered slightly under the energy field, reminding everyone that this was no mere warning. It was a promise of what they could do. Arik's eyes swept across the bridge. All stations, stay sharp. This encounter is not just about weapons. It is about showing the galaxy what humanity is made of. Courage, intelligence, and the will to survive. For the crew, the words were a lifeline. Fear still clung to the corners of their hearts, but they felt a spark of pride ignite. The Defiant was not just a warship, it was humanity's statement to the stars. And no matter what the aliens brought, they would face it as humans had always faced the impossible. Together, unyielding and unafraid. The first dance with the unknown had begun. Shadows of the aliens loomed closer, and humanity's finest prepared to meet them. Not with hesitation, but with the unshakable spirit of a species determined to survive and to be remembered. The alien ships circled the Defiant like predators sensing their prey. Commander Arik Vale stood on the bridge, heart steady but mind racing. He had trained for combat against the galaxy's most dangerous threats, but nothing had prepared him for this. An enemy so advanced, so alien, it seemed almost alive. Yet despite the fear, he felt a spark of pride. Humanity had built the Titan-class warship for moments like this. Commander, Lieutenant Mira Solis said, pointing at the main screen. They're preparing a strike formation. Energy signatures are building along their hulls. They're readying a coordinated attack. Arik's jaw tightened. Hold fire. Let them make the first move. We strike only when the time is right. The crew tensed as the alien fleet surged forward. The first wave of energy blasts struck the Defiant's shields. The bridge shook under the impact, lights flickering as the hum of the ship intensified. Warning sirens blared, shields holding at 75%. The tactical officer shouted. Arik's hands moved over the console with precision. Evasive maneuvers. Hard starboard. Charge the quantum railguns to full. Focus fire on their lead ship. The Defiant twisted through space with agility no one thought a ship of its size could have. Energy beams from the aliens tore past, some grazing the hull, others dissipating harmlessly against the reinforced shields. Each pulse sent tremors through the deck, but the crew held their stations, eyes sharp, fingers ready. The lead alien vessel pulsed with blue energy and fired a concentrated blast. The shields buckled and a section of the hull screamed under the strain. Sparks flew across the bridge and crew members instinctively ducked. Mira's voice trembled, but she remained composed. Hull integrity dropping to 80%. Commander, we need to respond. Arik's eyes burned with determination. We will respond. Fire everything. Show them what humanity is made of. The quantum railguns unleashed a barrage of energy, slicing through the vacuum of space with blinding speed. One of the alien ships faltered, its shields collapsing under the concentrated fire. The Defiant's crew cheered quietly, a spark of hope igniting amid the chaos. Humanity had struck first and had made a mark, but the aliens were relentless. Two more ships moved to flank the Defiant, their energy pulses creating a wall of light. The bridge shook again as the warship dodged, twisting through a deadly ballet of alien fire. Commander Arik felt a surge of pride for his crew. They moved as one, anticipating every move, every shift in the alien formation. Mira, calculate a counter-strike pattern. We hit them where they're weakest, Arik ordered. Mira's fingers flew over the console, the glow of the screens reflecting in her eyes. Lead ship weak points identified. Firing arc optimized. Ready to engage. Arik nodded, feeling the weight of the moment. Humanity was not just fighting for survival. They were declaring their place among the stars. All weapons fire on my mark, he commanded. The railguns unleashed a coordinated volley. The lead alien vessel shuddered under the attack, sparks and strange blue energy arcing across its hull. For the first time, the alien formation wavered. Arik could see it. These beings, powerful and terrifying, were testing humans and finding them stronger than expected. The bridge erupted in a mixture of relief and adrenaline. Crew members grinned, some laughing, others too focused to smile. They underestimated us, Arik said quietly, almost to himself. They thought humanity was weak. They were wrong. Outside, the void seemed to hold its breath. Humanity's Titan-class warship had not only survived the first strike, but had struck back with precision and courage. The battle was far from over, but in this moment, the Defiant stood as a testament to the spirit of an entire species, unyielding, brave, and proud. The first clash in the void had begun, and the galaxy would never forget the sight of Earth's Titan-class warship meeting the unknown head-on. The Defiant floated in the void, battered but unbroken. The alien fleet had withdrawn slightly, regrouping like a storm pausing before its next strike. Commander Arik Vale's chest heaved from the tension, but his eyes burned with pride. Humanity had faced the unknown and had struck back. The crew on the bridge shared his determination, their faces pale but resolute. Lieutenant Mira Solis leaned over the tactical console, her fingers tracing the energy patterns left by the alien fleet. Commander, their movements are different now. They are cautious, almost hesitant. It's as if they are learning, not just attacking. Arik nodded slowly, a spark of hope lighting his features. They've realized we are not an easy target. Humanity does not surrender, Mira. They'll respect that even if they do not show it yet. The silence on the bridge was heavy, but alive. Outside, the stars glimmered, indifferent to the battle below, yet somehow reflecting the courage of those aboard the Defiant. Every crew member felt the weight of history pressing down on them. This encounter was no longer just survival. It was proof that humanity had grown into a force the galaxy could not ignore. Then the alien fleet shifted again, moving in a tighter formation. Energy pulses danced along their hulls, signaling a coordinated maneuver. Commander, the weapons officer said, they're trying a flanking pattern. If we don't react, we could be surrounded, Arik's jaw tightened. We will not be trapped. Initiate the vortex maneuver. Shields to maximum. Divert all power to forward systems. The Defiant twisted gracefully, engines screaming as it weaved through the alien formation. Energy blasts streaked past, grazing the hull and sending sparks across the bridge. Yet humanity's largest warship moved with purpose, a living symbol of strategy and courage. Each crew member felt their fear dissolve into determination. They were Earth's finest, and this moment would be remembered forever. Mira's voice broke through the chaos. Sir, the lead alien ship is damaged. Their formation is weakening. If we press now, we can force them back. Arik's eyes narrowed. Then we strike. But carefully. Show strength, not recklessness. Humanity fights with courage, not mindless rage. The quantum railguns glowed as they powered up, energy coiling like a living thing. The Defiant fired, precise and devastating. The lead alien ship shuddered under the assault, shields failing in one section, and a ripple of panic, or perhaps surprise, passed through the alien fleet. They had expected humans to falter, to retreat. But humanity had stood firm. The crew erupted in quiet cheers, adrenaline and pride flooding every vein. For the first time, the alien fleet hesitated completely, floating in the void like predators unsure of their prey. Arik's voice cut through the bridge. Maintain fire! Keep pressure! Let them know the strength of Earth's people. Outside, the blue glow of the aliens clashed with the white-hot light of the Defiant's weapons. Sparks and energy arcs danced across the vacuum, illuminating the vast darkness. For a moment, it seemed as though time itself had paused, and the galaxy bore witness to humanity's defiance. Mira's eyes shone with admiration. Commander, they're pulling back. I think I think they're reconsidering their approach. Arik allowed himself a small, rare smile. Yes, Mira. They are realizing humans are not easily broken. That is the truth we carry into the stars. Fear may exist in others, but courage exists in us. The bridge settled into a tense calm. Outside, the alien fleet hovered at a distance, energy shields flickering as if reconsidering whether this species was a threat worth destroying. Humanity had survived the first strike. Humanity had fought back with precision, intelligence, and heart. For the crew of the Defiant, the battle had changed something deeper than strategy or weapons. It had ignited pride, unity, and the unshakable belief that Earth's people were a force worthy of respect. Commander Arik Vale looked at his crew feeling the same fire. Humanity had shown the galaxy that fear could not define them, only courage could. And somewhere in the alien fleet,